I'm down 162 pounds in 6 months, and it feels great. Looking at myself in the mirror is a trip. I marvel at myself now because I'm like, man, I've done this in 6 months. 6 months is not that long ago.
I started this program back on July 1st at 288.5 pounds. Today I weighed in at 184. When I first got here, I was sad and depressed and stressed out. Over time, I regained my self-esteem, my willpower, my determination, and those things have helped me to grow and become happier with myself and in life.
Use code TFU10 for a discount on the full body cleanse.
This is O'Shea Jackson. You're listening to TFU Podcast, if you didn't know.
Welcome in to another episode of the TFU Podcast.
Let's go.
Today we're joined by Power Slapper, one of the most dangerous in the game.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Pono, the Hawaiian assassin, Paul.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How
Thank you
we
for having
doing?
me. I'm good. Yeah, everything's
Man, you a big guy.
good. Thank you.
You
Thank
are
brother.
a big guy. Are you Samoan or just Hawaiian?
Hawaiian.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. So I'm mixed: Hawaiian, Portuguese, Chinese.
Okay.
But the Hawaiian is definitely a stronghold in the ethnicity background. Yeah.
Okay. Are you from Hawaii?
Yes.
Are you born and raised from Hawaii?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you stay now?
I live in San Diego.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's exactly
Yeah,
right.
sunny San Diego.
Yeah, man. That's a big difference from Hawaii. How's that been?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's similar in some ways. Climate is there still, but I like that. San Diego has just similar weather. It's very sunny out there. Now, very little rain. Hawaii has more rain, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real
times of the
tropical
year,
there.
it pours down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how'd you, what were you doing before you became this great power slapper?
Man, I've done a lot of things.
Okay.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Right? I've done everything you could think of. I've worked as a electrician apprentice. I've done a fire watch for a lot of like welders for Pearl Harbor. I think the biggest job that I've had that like really sticks and resonates with me is I used to be a UXO technician, a bomb tech.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, and that came off a whim. I signed up for a company called Aerotech, and they're like that subcontractor. They put you into different jobs in different places. That's how I got the opportunity to be on the ships, do the welder apprentice, doing the electrician apprentice.
So you deactivate bombs?
Yes.
Like Hurt Locker.
Yes, a little bit different. I mean, I don't have to go there and really like kind of diffuse and get everything done right there on site. A lot of the times, the stuff that we find are dead ordnance. They're not really, they're practice rounds. But majority of the time, you'll find stuff like hand grenades, missiles, things of that nature too.
So you have to do live bombs, and you've done that in your life?
Oh yeah, for sure. Sometimes it's HE, it's high explosives, so you can't move it. Anything shift on the ground like that, it could activate it, make it blow. So sometimes you got to blow on site, or obviously you transport it, take it to a place where it's safer, so that way you can do the demolition part of it too. So
when it comes to standing in and taking that slap, this ain't shit to you. You're usually risking your life at times.
That was probably the most fun, the best job I've ever had. I mean, I got paid really well, and I mean, it started off on I was a brush cutter. I was out there trimming down trees, cutting down all the shrubs for these guys that were coming in, sweeping with metal detectors to find these things. And originally when I got the job, nobody ever told us that that's what we were doing. Oh yeah, you're out here looking for ordnance and clearing out these areas so that way people can remove all these things. And it was for so they did the TV series Lost. They had the movie Jumanji. So I mean that area, Kulo Ranch, that was the area where we had to clear out. Multimillionaires came in there, bought the whole entire place out. And we got to go by grid, the whole entire thing, and clear it out so that way it's safer for the people that are doing the movies.
Oh, okay. So they think those bombs may have been left because of the wars in the past.
World War II.
Oh, World War II.
I mean,
Pearl Harbor.
there's bunkers up there. There's a whole bunch of stuff up there. But I mean, I found live ordnance. I found practice ordnance. Things that they've just been shooting in the mountains I mean, it's probably the most exciting job I've ever had.
Damn.
Outside of this.
Okay.
Outside of slapping people.
So how do you go from deactivating bombs into power slap?
I made a shift. I moved from Hawaii back in 2012, made a shift out to San Diego. My brother was in the Navy, got married, had kids, shifted my mom and my dad first. Thought it would be a great opportunity because seeing the growth, getting off an island.
Right.
There's only certain things you can do out there.
That's true.
Whether you're in the construction business, whether you're in a trucking business, those are one of the two biggest, industries out there. And if you're not doing any of that, then you're just a regular Joe, 9 to 5, working behind a desk, doing something else. And my brother said, hey, you know what? I see the opportunity for growth out here. Let's make a shift. Let's make a move. Come out here, live with us. And, no obligation to anything else except going out there and just be the best version of yourself. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah. It was a good transition.
So then how do you go from, like I said, so now you're in San Diego, and we've heard of all these crazy ways of people like getting attached to power slap. Someone said Craigslist, someone said they just saw it on TV and they emailed them, or they saw it on the internet and email. How did you get introduced to power slap?
So I meet my friend in 2016. His name is Esteban Saavedra.
Okay.
And they call him Prince. He's now competing in power slap. His uncle was on the very first season 1, road to the title, Azel Rodriguez. And that's where the chime of everything started happening. Hearing about it and and kind of like feeling the vibe out, but it was never really a thing. But my friend, just like how you said, hey, man, you're a big dude. He thought it would be ideal for me to get into a sport like this, especially because they were highlighting a lot of islanders. You have the crazy Hawaiian, the Hawaiian hitman. You got Makini Manu. So he said, hey, you know what? This would be a great opportunity for you to jump into something. I'm gonna do it as well. My uncle's already doing it. And it wasn't until his uncle made it to the very first live event, and he calls me and he's like, hey, I'm going to be in the background holding up the Mexican flag while my uncle's walking out. Can you do me a favor, snap a pic? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. Of course I'll do that for you. Right. I hit the pic, and then I realized that my friend's on TV within a sport that, it's growing. Right. And this is a great opportunity. I put in an application. He put in his application. We never got a call back for we've got hey, let's see a video of you slapping things. And at that time I was working for Planet Fitness. So I'm in the back, in the break room, and I'm like, hey man, can you videotape me real quick? I'm just going to go and do a couple swings, but it's for, this new sport that's coming out. It's called Power Slap. Dana White's backing it. So I want to try to do something like that. We do it and we don't hear back. He doesn't hear back from them. I don't hear back from them. And it kind of dies down. Well, a little bit later on down the line, my younger brother, his name is Keali'i Kanikoa. And he's the chief. So he also competes in power slap as well. And he's been in the MMA industry for a while. He's done multiple stuff like LFA, Cage Warriors. He's been around the block. So now he wants to make the transition and live in Arizona. He's found his wife. He's making the switch. He goes out to Arizona, lives there for a little bit. And then notices that, San Diego is like the mecca of MMA. We have Dominic Cruz, Seth Basinski, Jeremy Stevens, Miles Jury, Phil Davis. Everybody trains there. So he's like, bro, how do I make the transition to come to San Diego and do this? Come out here, come live with us. He's the guy that opens up the door. He's okay. As soon as he puts his application in, Erica calls back within 2-3 days. And hey, we see that you're well decorated. We have a good opportunity for you. Instead of you doing the whole entire thing, where it's like the preliminary, where you're going on a TV show like the seasons. We can put you right onto an event. So he ends up going on to Power Slap 7, facing off against Joseph Landman. I go in as his coach, coach, manager, brother, whatever you want to call it. I show up to the thing, and AJ Hintz is competing on this one too. He's the first guy that sees me, and he's like dressed in all black. Hey, bro, what do you do here? Are you a security guard? And I'm like, nope. He's like, you see that tall guy walking around right there? That's my brother. Oh, okay, he's competing. He looks in, he leans in, he goes, bro, I feel so bad for anybody that you would have to face if you were a competitor, bro. And that was it. And I was like, okay, this is really a thing. Then I see Erica. Erica talks to me for a little bit. She realizes that the chief is my brother. Okay. It's like, oh my gosh, he talked about you. He mentioned you in the emails back and forth. It's like, looks me up and down. I think you can do this. I got a good mouthpiece on me. Got the full package, right? She's like, I think you can do this. look for an email Monday. I'm going to send something out to you. But we also want to see how your brother performs as well. So he goes out there and he starches Joseph Landman with one crack, but, gets called for a disqualification.
Oh.
He had that. It was like the very first time of like.
So he got hit for clubbing?
Stepping foul.
Oh, okay.
Pivoting. Okay. And I mean, it was very slight, like very slight. So like now if you watch back any matches from this last few events, that's pretty much allowed. At this point in time, that little slight
we noticed,
lift,
yeah.
And my brother got called for that. So we went back into the lab and said, hey, you know what, we got to really focus on what we need to do out there and really perform well. These things can't be a factor when it comes down to judges are not our good friends, right? We want to get to you need to knock him out every single time, and that's just is what it is. And that was the door opener for me.
Your brother not wearing shoes. Was it from the early beginning?
No. Okay, so he started off wearing shoes.
Yeah.
Joseph Landman, he was wearing shoes.
I picked him to win the last fight too.
We actually I did season 3 road to the title.
Right.
And he came in on the second half of that season. And I mean, he was wearing shoes during that time when he went against Kiefer Roberts. The part where the no shoes thing happened is this guy is international, about to battle. He leaves the hotel, gets in the bus, gets to the place, right, Space 42, and he doesn't have his shoes.
Wow.
And he's got the flip-flops, the power slap flip-flops that they give you just kind of wear around. And he's like, can I go back to the hotel and go get my shoes? And they're like, nope, you're already here. It's either you compete barefooted or you don't compete at all. And he's just like, okay. And it blends well. We're Islander.
Right,
It just made perfect sense for him to go out there and try to deliver with the no shoes on, just barefoot. And I mean, it worked out.
Nah, I seen him with no shoes on. I was like, oh, the other guy's in trouble.
But I remember that match that they called a flinching that was, and then the guy flinched on him, and they didn't call it.
Yes.
Also, there wasn't there like does that loss not count for him since the other guy got caught with something?
So I think at this point with those matches, they go back, they reassess, they kind of look into it, seeing whether they made a good call, they didn't. They did call my brother and told him like, hey, you know what, our bad. It wasn't really clean per se of what he did with the flinching and moving back and everything else. And they were able to reach out and award him the win bonus.
Oh,
but not the bonus itself, but the actual the show money plus the win money, So they rewarded him with all that stuff too. But
yeah, right. The other fighter, didn't he get suspended for a year?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Yeah. So they're currently suspended right now. But I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that this sport, even with it being around for quite a little bit of time, there's so many different things happening when when it's coming to calls. The fouls, the stepping, the flinching, those things. If you're not fully in their face, watching what's going on, I mean, from a us looking in, man, you could tell, especially being a striker. Oh no, that's a flinch call. Why didn't they call that? Why didn't why didn't that go through? So I mean, the stepping, the fouls, the flinching, all that stuff. They're still putting it together. It seems like when you watch the fights and you're trying to put it all in to where it make it make sense for us.
Right.
I mean, I see flinching all the time. I see
flinching all the time. Yeah. And I guess I know what they're trying to do. They don't want to make it a situation where they're making all these calls and it becomes boring for the people that's watching it.
For sure.
So they're trying to keep it with this continuous play. And that's probably the one thing I really like about Power Slap. They get you guys in and out.
Yes.
You guys are coming in.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, they keep it moving and it stays exciting. And probably the best thing I really, really like about this sport is the fact that we get to the good part real fast. Like when you watch boxing, they're dancing around for 8 to 10 rounds at times before you really get that action and play. And you guys are cutting out the bullshit, getting to the meat of it. And you're like, hit me, knock me out.
Right.
So that part is wild. That's the part I really, really love about it. And the other thing I was going to ask you is, tell us about that first fight. That first fight that you had.
You're talking about from the season?
For
Devin Jenkins?
Yes.
Yeah. So I competed on season 3, road to the title. That was back in May 2023.
Right.
And my first match out, they put me against a pretty I wouldn't say skilled, but a well-rounded person.
Right.
I mean, he's a personal trainer. The guy has he has a regimen. He wakes up in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, gets all his clients done. He trains himself, obviously. And that's that when I saw him at the hotel, and then when they started matching us up, and I noticed that he was kind of like at the very end, I knew. I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is the guy that they're gonna put me against. And I didn't have anything wrong with me at that moment when they did the matchup. Be able to give us our mics, our lanyards to be able to wear. So I mean, once you get a lanyard like that, you're going to be put into the house. You're not an alternate. You're going to go straight in.
Right.
And they match us up, and we go into the little area in the PI where they do the combine. So you got to do a neck stress test, and you got to do the cube to kind of see where your generated power is, and then match you up with the right people. And I go out there, and the first thing I do when I'm like doing all the, okay, let's size up your hand. All right, everybody come over here. And everybody's kind of grouped up around the neck stress testing, where it's like this mounted thing on the ground, but it's a pressure plate. You got to lay on the ground and push as much pressure just using your neck force.
Okay.
And I do it, and I hear somebody in the little crowd going, hey, bro, you got like a 600+ score. So I get up. Excited. I look for a camera because now I know this is my first time being on camera.
Right.
So I look for the camera. I'm like, oh, there it is right there. Boom. I hit my hand like, yeah. Bam. I hit my hand. I end up breaking my pinky.
Damn.
I mean, oblique fracture. Shattered the thing. It was a noodle. And I'm like, dude, did I really just do this? This could really just jeopardize everything I just worked for, being able to be on the show. It's like, this is my opportunity gone. I'm holding my finger, and then everybody's like, okay, let's line up to hit the power cube. And I start walking over, and I'm holding my hand like this, and they're like, left-handed side, right-handed side. You guys just make the lines. And I'm like, oh, man, I can't hit with the right hand. Let me jump in the left-handed line. I'm standing there. I'm like 2 guys away. Producer comes up. Hey, man, aren't you right-handed? Yeah. Dude, we need that score. We need your right hand, not your left. You got to get another line. Really, bro? It's like, no, I can hit with my left. I can hit with both hands. He's like, no, we need the right. Go out there. The finger's already broken. I hit the power cube. That thing is like brand new rock, like a brick.
Right.
I hit the power cube. I feel the rest of the crack. Goes all the way through the whole entire thing. Oblique fracture, top to bottom. And I'm standing there, and James Stonier, he's obviously competed on the season 2, and he's standing there. He's like, brother, you all right, brother? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm playing it off. I say, hey, bro, is there any cameras? He's like, not right now. Everybody's focused on another thing. Dude, I pull my pinky, push it right back in, try to snap it back in, thinking that was going to help it. I'm like, I felt it, and I was like, okay, I'm good. And the whole entire time, I'm wearing a jacket. So I put my hand in the jacket, and they just continue on with the rest of the process of the show. I end up in the house, and the next 2 days, a producer sees me washing dishes because I'm like, OCD with it. I'm cleaning stuff and doing all the things. They never seen somebody like me before on the actual season because people usually just let the house go to crap,
Right.
Yeah. And I'm over there cleaning stuff, and they're like, oh, thank you for helping out. I mean, I really changed the dynamic of everything that's going on in the house because now people are seeing that and like,
and being a little bit more conscious.
Hey, let's go help him out. I do a whole entire team dinner. We go and we pray over the food, and
that's dope.
Both teams. So I mean, it's definitely a change in pace when they're looking at the season. So anyway, long story to a short story is that I go out there and I compete against Devin Jenkins with my broken hand, or with my left hand, because once they know that my pinky was broken, they sent me to the ER. They did an X-ray. Oh yeah, this is it. Put the travel lady in the bus. She's going to write out your per diem check. It's good to see you.
Right.
Hopefully later on down the line when everything heals, you'll be better and you can come back again. And I'm like thinking in my head, dude, I got the left hand.
Right.
You're not sending me home, bro.
Right.
I got the left hand. I can battle this. Oh, you can hit with that thing? Fuck yeah, I can hit with that thing.
Right.
And I'm in my head, I'm like, dude, I've never swung with the left hand the whole entire time. But you know what? Fake it till you make it, right?
There you go.
Fake it till you make it. So for the next 3-4 days before I have to battle Devin, I'm practicing accuracy. I have power, both hands,
right,
but I just don't have accuracy. So it's just a wildfire when I throw the left hand. And I mean, lo and behold, right? The first hit I get on Devin, I crack him with a club. They immediately, clubbing. I was like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen,
Right.
Then when he hits me, I realized just in his body mechanics that he ain't got what it takes.
Right.
I see him crank back, and it's almost like a roller coaster ticking to the very top before it tumbles over. I can hear it in my head as he's telling me, you better brace up, boy. You better brace up. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. And I can hear it in my head. Tick, 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 tick with his hand. And he stops where his hand is very visible. It's not behind him. It doesn't have, It doesn't have the range. He stops right there. I was like, oh, that's it? Oh, this is going to be easy. Boom, he hits me. I throw the stick at him. I'm like, I'll be right back. I chalk up, and then I know, like at that moment, I knew already that it was the positioning of the way I was, where I have to get a little bit of a lean on it. I have to crank my body in an angle so that way I have that proper position. Because when you swing your hand, you're going to gain that little inch or so. So it could end up, I mean, it's the deciding factor of whether the hand ends up all the way back here or the hand ends up right on the button and taps him. And it does. As soon as I swing that thing out, it puts him down. And then I go into my whole entire phase where it's like, bye-bye, boy. He's like, you're gone. And me and my brother, we had discussed that whole entire thing from the get-go of like, hey, when we go out there, we have to make our stamp.
Yep. There's got to be a showman.
There's got to be a signature.
Yeah.
So I'm the warrior, right, that carries around the blade behind my back. So I'm over there. I'm the assassin. So I go up there, and as soon as I crack him and I know that I got him down, I turn around, I drop to one knee, and I'm going crazy. I'm woo, woo.
I love it.
I turn around, I pull the blade out, I grab his soul, and I slam it on the podium with the blade, chop his head right off, and put his head in my bag, and I'm taking that thing home with me. You know?
Oh, that's dope.
It was pretty sick.
That's dope.
How long did it take you to recover?
Almost 8 months. 8 months. So that was May, and then I didn't see anything until May, June, July, August, September, December.
So are you even-handed to a certain degree now?
Yeah. Yeah, well, because I understand the concept.
Right.
You got to train properly. You can't just be one right hand dominant. You got to be able to practice and be good with both hands. You know, it's overall, right? Just like when you work out, you don't want to work out just the right side of your body.
Right.
You got to do both sides, so that way you're just overall, a well-oiled machine.
Yeah. And knock on wood, like, because I think I seen it in a matchup. That
We did.
Somebody just left because they broke their hand or they messed up their hand. It's like
KO Chris.
Yeah, it's like nah. Yeah. If that ever happens, because I also
you got a backup.
You got a backup.
But also, I think people are probably used to getting hit on the right side.
Yes.
Because most people are right-handed. So if you can switch it and they're not used to it, they may not know how to brace themselves for that kind of impact coming from that direction.
Facts. That's complete facts.
Yeah.
I mean, people just are not ready for a certain hit. Anything. Any sudden change in the way that you wind up, the angle that you hit it from. I mean, there's only 4 points of where you can actually do an entry on a slap, right? It can either come downwards, it can go upwards, it can go straight lined, or you have people that have mastered the fact of leading with the elbow. So it has not so much of a power hit, but it has a snap. And if you watch Austin Turpin, when he hits, he has an under scoop snap. He leads with the elbow first, lets the hand touch, and then that flick of the elbow causes the drag to happen. And that is usually what puts people out, is that little snapping. You get anybody at the tip of their chin in this area right here, and you make it where you can get this force to push and land the chin to the trap. That's the angle. And you want to go, instead of going right to left, you want to go diagonal. You don't want to hit where you're pulling him this way where he can make the recovery. You want to hit so where the angle is that I'm pushing him back. He needs to stumble every time I'm pushing him or hitting him. And that's the key to, I don't know, a successful slap, per se, I guess.
No, I love how you broke it down. How long did it take you to like fully like, okay, this is how it works. This is like, the 4 places you can hit and all that stuff.
I'm obsessed, bro, with a lot of things I do in life. I mean, that's the way you have to be, right? If you want to be successful in something, you have to be obsessed in it. So once I knew that, and then having a background, going to, San Diego City College, becoming a personal trainer, understanding body mechanics, knowing exactly how he's going to move, how he's going to shift, weight transfer, I put all that knowledge to, just pushing it into this. And it's short. I mean, I only did season 3 in May. May 2023. So I've only been in the sport over a year and a half or so. And that was like, okay, everything that I apply for everything else I do in life, I need to apply to this, right? Understanding how the body mechanics work, how he's going to, and even on his end too, as bracing, it's not just offensive, it's defensive too. You got to understand how he's going to brace, and that's in the very short time that you have before you actually hit him. You can make the right adjustments just by seeing the way that he's bracing up, whether he's leaning on the podium, whether he's tucking his chin, whether he's in an angle, the way his eyes are shifting to where he's looking down towards the hand. All those little minute things are key factors to deciding how you're going to deliver the slap. And if you're really good at it and you're not one-dimensional, like Ronda Rousey with the arm bar every single time, and you're just a straight-lined hitter, or you only go one angle one way, if you practice in all these different angles and all these different ways, I mean, you pretty much create the blueprint and the answer for anybody that's going out there. You can figure them out. So only one person I haven't figured out yet, and it's freaking Dorian Perez, man.
Dorian Perez.
Yes, and I'm picking it up. I'm watching him, and I see it. There's something about his brace that just makes him unstoppable. He has a good, solid chin. And I give it to that. I mean, the power behind his hand is not as strong, but I mean, his chin is solid. You can whack him all day, and he's never fall. He never fell before.
I've heard, like, the Bell was saying that he wants to rematch him because he's the only person he hasn't knocked out.
Yeah, and I mean that's a good one for him too, just because the fact that exactly that is like he's never been able to accomplish that goal, which he's pretty much been dominant in the sport since day one. So. I mean, it's a piece of the puzzle that he needs to figure out. Same thing with me. But it was, even with me losing split decision, it put me into a point where lesson learned.
Right.
Lesson learned. Now I got to understand exactly what he's doing, how he's doing it out there. I watch tape after tape after tape. Doesn't matter if it's old, new, because sooner or later I'm going to find that the chink in the armor, something that doesn't make sense, and that's the reason why he's doing those certain things. And after that, once we figure it out, then we just apply.
Did you play a sport in high school or in college?
Baseball.
Oh,
2 years of baseball.
Oh, so
that little torque, that little, that whole,
Yeah.
Okay.
But MMA has been my bigger background. I've did kickboxing for 2 years, Muay Thai for almost 12.
Okay.
And that was like, I mean, the transition to power slap and, not being able to pivot and do all the other things. I mean, it was hard in the very beginning, but then I started to realize that you can deliver a powerful slap just by doing weight transfer.
How many MMA fights have you had?
No, I haven't had any professional fights.
Well, any amateur?
I did one amateur fight when I was living in Hawaii.
Okay.
And then after that, it just became more of a staying healthy. This is just the training aspect of it, kept me going. And then my brother was the one that took it more serious and was like, I need to be in different events. I need to, do all these other things. And that's where he made the branch and did LFA and all these other cage warriors and all that other stuff too.
Why do you think Hawaiians and Samoans dominate the sport so much?
Built for it. It's in the genetics, my man.
It is.
And our our upbringing. Our parents are very, very strict. And I mean, I'm not saying that any other culture is like that also, but our parents are really strict. You get whacked with a belt, you get whacked with a pipe, you get whacked with the hose. It's like, you get conditioned for certain things in life,
Nah, it's crazy you say that, but like growing up, Samoans were always big and thick and solid and strong. Hawaiians, the same thing. It seems like you guys, like you said, you're built for this. And some of the people that are really dominating the sport are Samoan and Hawaiian. So that's nice.
Yeah.
It's true.
So far, what would you say is like your most memorable moment since joining Power Slap?
Outside, so pertaining to hitting somebody, like
anything. You could have been in the locker room and then like a
Dana
butterfly.
White, anything.
So I would say the biggest thing for me is that understanding the way the sport is and how you can make it grow by implementing all these other things. It's like, you have to be well-rounded. It's not just you going out there and delivering a slap. You have to have the entertainment aspect of it.
Right.
When you walk out, your walkout has to be good. When you get on the stage, your stage presence has to be good. When you whack that guy, you got to make sure that you play it off the way you need to play it off. After the fight is done, you still got to be able to talk. So you got to have PR. If you don't have any of these things aligned the right way, it's you're a brand in itself when you're going out there. So I think that was the biggest thing for me, is that like noticing that those were things that people weren't doing within the sport. And even if they did, it's the consistency.
Right.
Nobody's really consistent. They'll do it once or twice, 3 times maybe. After that, it starts to die. They don't come out with the same excitement anymore. People fall off the boat where they don't want to watch them anymore, or whatever it may be. And, you know, in this sport, it's entertaining. It's all about entertainment. You have to keep that where all the fans are watching. You want to be able to capture all the fans. And how do you do that? It's by doing every single piece of the puzzle. You can't just go out there and just deliver a slap and not be able to talk after. You can't just be able to talk and not be able to deliver a slap.
Right.
You have to make every piece of the puzzle fit.
To me, this is like the WWE, but real.
Yeah.
But real. It has that entertainment value, that excitement, but also you're really connecting, you're really hitting, you're really knocking people out. It's not just a stage. Yeah,
I
so.
agree.
Yeah, it's like like, you know, as an example, Floyd Mayweather.
Yes.
His fights, people could argue, are boring. You know.
Yes.
Very technical. Boxers love it, but like, he sold the most because of his off-screen persona.
Yeah. People couldn't wait for Floyd to lose. They're still waiting.
and that's why he keeps on selling.
There you go.
He's one of the best promoters you can think of. Right?
Absolutely.
Just because the fact that he goes out there and he delivers exactly that. It doesn't have to be an exciting fight for him, but as long as he gets a W at the very end of every single time, I mean, 50-0, 51-0. It doesn't really matter. You're building.
Yeah.
So I mean, people are going to tune in, just like you said. People are going to tune in to watch you get knocked out because you come up on the stage. I mean, who did he fight? Was it De La Hoya?
Yeah.
He came out. It was Mexican Independence Day.
Right.
He wore the poncho and the sombrero.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a big part of his character. He had to go out there. He broke him.
Yeah.
100% he broke him when he came out there, and he was like, oh yeah, he's acting the part, doing the whole entire thing. And you know, I mean, fast forward to people nowadays like Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
Terrence Crawford, he goes out there and, you know, the desperado, brings out the guitar, comes out to the Hispanic music. It's Mexican Independence Day. Tell me not. It's almost mirror effect of what was going on with
and him
Mayweather.
and Floyd are friends too. So I'm definitely, that was part of his strategy.
You know, he gave him the tip. You know, he said, hey, bro, do this and you do good.
So the nickname, the Hawaiian Assassin,
Yes.
Did you have it before your first bout, or did you gain it afterwards?
No. It was the mentality that I was trying to put into my head, knowing that I was going into a sport that I was going to be defenseless, and knowing that knowing that I have to go out there and be able to take people out. You know, I'm not out there to go 3 rounds. I'm not out there to go 5 rounds. You know, my main shot is I shoot one time and one time only. That was it. And, you know, me and my brother, we created the style, the technique, the lean on one. And other people have perfected other things like the right on one, like Babyface, right? Right on one Army was the lean on one. Practicing those things and be able to become that sniper out there when you go on stage.
Right.
And was working. I mean, Devin Jenkins. Then I go against James Seekman after that on the same season. Even though that I took a fall on that one, I mean, you talk to James now, he'll tell you. He's probably 2 of the most craziest hits he's ever taken the whole entire time, no matter who he battled. So I know that I'm an assassin out there when I go out there. And so it stuck with me. I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to become, and everybody was doing it already, where you have the Hawaiian hitman. You have the crazy Hawaiian. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stick with my Islander culture. I'm going to stick with my brothers, and I'm going to keep the, you know, the DA at the very front of everything. Duh. And just throw it out there that I'm the assassin. You know, I'm out here to be able to take people's heads.
I can see, like, you know, the persona you built, because I remember we were here last Las Vegas competition. We saw you knock down. I still remember when you did, like, stay there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I predicted him to win,
you're
too.
You're a very nice guy, I got to say. You know, it's like I could never remember, because, you know, you look like a mean motherfucker up there on the stage.
I hear it all the time, man. But as soon as somebody starts to talk to me, they're like, dude, you got the biggest heart. You're the nicest dude. Big teddy bear. And then all of a sudden they watch the videos. Dude, this guy is insane. He's fucking crazy.
It's funny you even say that, because we had Michael Michelle in here just earlier, and she loves you. You're her favorite.
I mean, she's doing very, very well. She needed to expand within the sport, and I mean they pushed her as the that person,
Right, but she also said you helped her just technique and everything. She said you were overall a great help to her.
Yeah. No, Mikey is a solid person. Yeah. Originally, we were all gathered in the gym, the little hole in the wall gym in Circa, and everybody's taking turns on the pad, and you start to see everybody implement their style and their technique into her, and being like, oh, okay, this is how you should do it. You should go out here, do this, do that. And you got to remember that, like, when you're teaching somebody, and this is where comes from the coaching side, the coaching background, is that you have to, and not to say it that way, but it's like you have to teach like it's a child.
Right.
You have to start from the basic. You have to start from the ground up. You have to teach foundation.
Right.
You don't teach foundational blocks like that, what's going to happen is that they're going to get the misconception of what they're doing out there and how to deliver the slap. And then, obviously the way I think, right? I'm just a mad scientist with everything that I do, that if you're not breaking things down, like you tell anybody, oh man, it's just a regular slap. Yeah, brother. But when I go and I look at it as 4 pieces: the very end, the center, the very beginning of the slap, what you preload for. There's all these deciding factors of what could change that momentum. And if you put them all together, I said it so many times before, when you put it all together, it becomes the ultimate hit, the ultimate slap, is if you can make that thing sync together. If you have one thing off, you're probably going to end up where it's going to, lead to a club, lead to something where you're going to foul. So, yeah, with Mikey, it was, let's break it down. Let's look at it from a different angle. Let's create the entertainment factor. If you watch her fight when she went against Paige Van Sant.
Right.
She does this thing where she reaches out, and I always tell her, work with gravity. You put in your hand from top to bottom. When you drop your hand, the way you train is the way that you're going to hit. So if you're constantly loading from the bottom here, whether you think that swinging a 5-10 pound kettlebell in your hand and going like this with the thing the whole entire time, you're building up different types of muscles that are not pertaining to the way that you're going to deliver the slap.
Right.
Why are you doing those things? Don't do that. Do it from this angle. Start from here, come from the top, work your way down. Work with gravity. Have as much friends on the stage as possible. Work with gravity with everything you do, because then you know that the higher position of your hand, it's going to drop. As weight in the arm, I swing back. By the time I come back, it's not going to be right there on the spot. It's going to drop a little bit lower. That was a key factor. Then the entertainment, the aspect of it is, hey, when you go out there, you have to make it's Paige Van Sant. You can't just go out there and be bland and not do anything right. Let's see something from that. Here, check this out. Something because you see it with me. When I go out there, I do the lift my hands up in the air,
right,
swing it to the side, behind the head, and I drop it. And I drop it on the person. Same thing with her. I told her the exact same thing. I said, hey, look, when you go out there, I want you to put your hand and measure up on her. But then when you do it, go like this, reach out to her face, and then draw that thing back like a bow and arrow. And the only reason why I taught her that was because she was having that missing link of being able to keep, everybody does this with their hand. When you do this with your hand, you're shutting off that extra follow through at the very end, only because you're closing up the shoulder. The shoulder's here. You're leaving it in this area, and it's too tight to the body. This thing should be able to be at least 4 to 5 inches off the chest and be able to open and swing and release at the very bottom. That creates that momentum. It creates the momentum for the drive. So I couldn't teach her that with trying to tell her that specifically. I was like, okay, simplicity. When you go like this and you put your hand out, you reach for her face and you draw that thing back, what it's going to do? It's going to properly position your hand to the spot where you need it to be. It's also going to position your body to where you have the angle. Just makes perfect sense. And that's what she did out there. And she's a very good listener. She went out there and she tried to implement exactly what it is. Her hits were definitely probably one of the best looking. It was very clean. And, even without the victory, that's a win in itself. You've got past that learning curve of what other people really don't. They stop at square one. Now you're implementing this in, and it's good for you.
I want to get into your head, moments. I don't know if that sounded crazy. Moments before you take, because I took a slap to the chest by the Puerto Rican pretty boy.
Yes, my brother.
Once he started the 1 and the 2. and then the 3. Like, my mind just went everywhere. Like, what happens, like, you know, in your head when, you know, an opponent puts their hand there and then they start doing the wind up, they do the countdown to 3. Like,
so going through the checklist, that's what's going through my head. I'm not worried about what you're gonna do out there. I already can see if I've watched you and I've studied you enough, I'm gonna understand that, you know, everybody has that same tick. They're gonna do the same exact thing every single time, even if they try to change it a little bit. You know, you go back to old habits, and that's gonna happen. So I don't even worry about those things when I'm out there and thinking about that. What I'm thinking about is that did I go through my checklist? Did I walk up to the box? Did I properly position myself, you know, with an athletic stance inside the box, making sure that I have a good solid base because it's kinetic chain. You work from the bottom up. Did I make sure that I use every single piece of equipment that's out there? You got a baton that's behind your back. What you want to do is you want to tighten that thing down, or you want to motorcycle handlebar that thing and get your arms tighter to your body more than ever. As long as you can create this to be, instead of real flimsy and out, and create it to where it's a tight unit, it's going to be better for you. You use the podium. The podium's out there for a reason. You know, it's not just to keep the distance between you. You got to understand that that's a key factor too. It's part of the equipment. You have the podium, 3 points of contact. You got your 2 feet and you got the podium. You don't have to lean on it completely, but it's going to help you when it comes time to taking the hit. It's going to play a good factor into it. I'm increasing percentages one by one by one. Anything else, when you deliver the slap, I'm not really worried about it, because if I did everything in my checklist, what am I giving it to? I should be properly prepared and properly ready.
Right.
Same thing with the chin position. You don't want to salute yourself. You don't want to engage traps. A lot of people do it. You're going to see it. And still, even people that have been in the sport for a long period of time, they immediately engage their traps. They think that that's what works because they've been doing it for so long, but they haven't gone against an opponent that is very well calculated. They've gone against people that just kind of go out there and they slap you, or they only have their baseline of what they're doing. So when you lock your traps in like this, what happens? You salute your chin. Your chin comes up like this. You're tightening up on your trap. You're trying to lock the muscles in your back to lock to your neck. No. These ones here are your most important ones. Strengthening these are better than strengthening the back, because when you get hit and it swings, right? You get popped right here in the jaw. As it makes this position, you need these muscles to engage to keep your chin in alignment, so that way it doesn't do this. This will lead to a knockout. It's your artery. It's going to make you twist. It's going to discombobulate you. Equilibrium, you've got the little hairs in your ears that's going to twist you up. So you got to make sure that when you're doing it, your chin position is not where it's saluted up in there like this. You can position your chin normal, and this is where it gets a little bit more technical, is that the referee will sit there and they'll battle you. You see it all the time. I mean, how many matches have you watched and you see the guy going, all right, guy, chin up, chin up, chin up.
Right.
You're not going to get me, bro. You're not. I'm smarter than your average bear. You don't get me to put my chin up like that, so that way I give him a freebie. I'm going to go and I'm going to stay solid to my position. I'm going to hold my chin in that position. I don't even look up. No lie. I don't look up. I'm looking down the whole entire time. I make sure I go through the checklist. My feet are in position. I'm one with the podium. My arms are cranked down all the way completely. My chin is now still facing down. And then from there, even with Dorian, he's like, hey, man, you can look at me. I don't care about looking at you, bro. I'm caring about what I'm doing. If I'm not doing the right things, then yeah, you're going to get me, because I'm going to get in my own head. So, I mean, you got to have those things. Tuck in your chin. You don't have to tuck it to where it's all the way completely down, but get it into the spot and let them battle you. They're rest for a reason. They're there for a reason. You're pushing you up? Yeah, okay. My chin's going to go right back to where that position is, where I'm going to hold, because that's where I feel safe. The closer your chin is to your chest, and that's another thing, building up your upper hood, building up the top and middle, you clear the space here. The way I think about it is that baseball, it's a catcher's mitt. This is a catcher's mitt. Here to the shoulder, it's my hand like this. Now the hand is coming into the catcher's mitt. It's coming this way. What I want to do, I want to close this gap up so this part can't lift, can't push up this way, can't twist me up. I want to close the gap up, so as it comes in, you get this.
Right.
And that's it. You stop momentum. If you watch Dorian Perez when he hit me, his first hit, I messed his shoulder up just by having proper bracing.
Oh.
He's over there playing. Oh, you know what? I went on him on 2 and 3 at 60%. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. The first hit you gave me messed your shoulder up. And that's why he's over there rotating. That's why he's doing all this other stuff. It's because my bracing was proper.
Wow.
I'm one unit all the way across the board. So you can't shift me. You can't move me. And the only reason why he did move me on the first crack was because I got reset. It's in the mind. Referees sees my foot move or sees something move, and he's like, reset. What? Dude, I didn't even go nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, very, very small movement. You telling me to reset? Okay. Now I know where my battle is. It's not against Dorian Perez. It's against brother man right here, the referee. That's where the real battle has got to be won, because they're going to continue to keep on implementing things on you and try to get you off your game. And, the better that you are with your game, you're going to be good.
So when they talk about power, because I remember when we interviewed DeBell, they said that he had one of the strongest strikes in the game. Where does yours lie right now?
I'm up there.
You up there? I'm
definitely up there.
They measured it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is, if you take numbers from what I put out on the season,
right,
it was with a broken hand.
Oh, okay.
So those numbers aren't going to make sense. But if you watch all my videos, because I've gone to the PI and I've hit with the right hand already, and same thing on a power cube, I generate anywhere from 52,000 to 60,000 on a crack.
Okay.
And that's just on a regular hit, consistent hits. If I had to go and I cranked on it, I probably could get anywhere from like a 70 or 72,000. And that's a lot of power, a lot of force, especially with only a short range of movement. And they have it against a wall.
And are you guys just like boxers in the sense that your hands are considered lethal weapons?
Yes.
And you can't, if there's a bar fight, you literally got to walk away.
Yeah. Even if you weren't a weapon, you should walk away anyway, right?
No,
the best decision, but yes, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, because after I got hit, I'm like, I cannot do power slap. But the way you've been explaining, the science of it, maybe if I train, I could do it.
No.
The only problem I have is, I'm like
not
200 pounds. I'm skinny fat. Yeah. So I get into the light heavyweight, I'm going to be in the floor immediately. But if I'm able to shed 20 pounds, I'm
very optimistic. So I believe in you, my man. I believe in you, my man.
I don't.
Let's work on some technique and some stuff. And
in the audience, I won some free shades from hitting the padding. So it's something. Like, you don't believe in me, but I'm glad you do.
Yeah.
You gotta have some kind of belief.
There's nothing there, man. Let me tell you. There is nothing there. Nobody is in trouble if you show up. Nobody's in trouble if he shows up.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Have you had any run-ins or as far as, because what we notice is Dana White, when it's event time, he's there, he's present, he greets everybody, he's a perfect gentleman, he's a great owner. Have you had any experiences with him?
Yes, multiple times.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe you could share a little bit of that.
Well, outside of just, obviously competing, and he's right there, at the very bottom of the stage, kind of just like looking at you the whole entire time while you're whacking somebody. He's a very heavy gambler. So he's out there on the baccarat tables after with the high, even after this event, he's going to be out there in the high limit room. He's going to be doing his thing. He stays there for a short period of time because obviously it gets very chaotic, right? And that room gets jam packed with people. I've never seen so many people in a small room before like that. But yeah, I've had those experiences with him where I'm like sitting there watching him gamble away like $250,000, $300,000, $400,000 a swing, and I'm like, dude, this guy's insane. And after Cooper Housley, that was like a big interaction for me, is that I'm walking up and I see him, and there's this big, I'm gonna kill it, but I don't know his name, but he's a wrestler. He's massive, bro. 2 times the size of me, if you could think of that, right? He's just huge, and he's standing there and he's like this the whole entire time. And then I was like, bro, this guy's a house. I walk around the corner, and lo and behold, it's Dana White in front of him talking to him. Right. And then Dana looks at me, and he's like, I look at him, and I had that slight phase of like, don't know what to say to Dana in a way. But I was like, hey, Dana, how'd you like the fights tonight? And he's like, bro, amazing performance from you. Amazing performance. I love that. And he's like, that's what we want to see from you, kid. And that, awesome. when you hear somebody like that, that's just kind of like, the overall, one of the biggest promoters in this whole entire thing.
Right.
I mean, innovator, right? And he's shifting mountains out there. For him to just say 4 words to you, you're like, yeah,
no,
we're doing something different,
And he shows up.
He
Like,
does.
any other, owner, like, but he's there even in smaller events, the big events.
Yeah.
Yeah. He I on the season, I actually got a call, and that was huge. I was like, what do you mean I'm talking to fucking Dana White right now on the phone? He's like, yeah. He's like, he wants to talk to you. And he's like, okay. He's like, hey, man, it's like talking about how I got to go out there and I got to perform properly because now I don't have the right dominant hand. You got a broken hand out there, right? It's like, hey, man, you go out there. He's like, he told me on the phone, it's like, this could be the deciding factor of whether you stay in this sport or you don't.
Right.
By you going out there and performing with your left hand and being able to deliver the same exact thing. Go out there and give it all you got. And I kept that. That resonated with me. When I walked up on the stage, I was like, yep. It's like the boss said that I gotta make this happen now. If I don't make it happen now, and even the aftermath, when he's like, talking about everything, and he's like, Pono goes out there and his first slap, it wasn't as good as what he thought it was gonna be. He went out there and he clubbed the guy. But his second slap, oh my gosh. If you got a guy that's going out there and he can deliver and he has power, not only in his left, but not only in his right hand, but in his left as well.
Scary.
You got somebody that's going to be the future of this sport.
Absolutely.
And that was it. That's all the confidence that you need to give me right there. Now I understand what I got to do to go out there. Every single time I just got to make sure I'm the full package.
Who are your top 5 slappers, power slappers of all?
People that I love?
Yeah.
Oh, your top 5?
Isaiah Quiones, Jackie Cataline. I mean, those are 2 big names right now that just like, I mean, they've been family from day one. Those are guys that are going crazy Hawaiian, a Hawaiian hitman, and I'm not gonna leave my brother out.
There you go.
I love my brother, man. He's done such amazing things in his life. He's been, we've lived the same routine, gone through the same struggles, the same up and downs. And kind of backstory to that is I'm adopted. I didn't really live with my real brother my whole entire life. I lived with my aunt and my uncle from when I was like 1 year old. So I didn't even know that I had I knew that I had family, but I didn't know that was my real brother or my real sisters. And they would be around the house all the time and come to all the family outings and those are just my cousins. So for me to be able to be in a sport with my brother and then also, be very dominant in a sport like this. I mean, this is the part where I gain all that love and all that aloha back from all the times that I missed with him and all the building blocks. Like, we're doing the same thing on 2 different parts of the world. He's over there doing this in Hawaii, and I'm over here now living in San Diego and with my aunt and my uncle. And I mean, couldn't ask for a better picture painted, right?
So you guys were separate? Maybe you can explain that. Tell us how that happened.
Yeah, so my mom, my adopted mom, she had health issues, and she had a hysterectomy.
Okay.
And she couldn't have kids. So, her sister, obviously I come from a family of 9.
Okay.
And I'm the middle child. So it's like, I mean, she's got a lot to give, what I mean? My mom was like, yeah, okay, well, you know what? I mean, if you can't have any kids, like, I mean, it's kind of like almost, I don't want to say a tradition, but it's like gifting a life to someone else, right? When you can't,
That's beautiful.
You can't have it. So my mom was like, yeah, they came together and sisters and just said, yeah, you know what, Pono, I mean, I would love for Pono to be in your life, just and also to be in our lives just as well. So this is I was a gift in a way, and yeah, man, it's a different dynamic and it caused a lot of the struggles in my life because understanding that at a later age, around like 9, 10, 11, it was like, what do you mean this is not my real family? And I found out from my sister, my real blood sister, like, yeah, that's not your real family. That's not your real mom and dad. And this is your mom and dad. This is your sister. This is your brothers. I'm your sister. It's like, we're your family. Dude, it wrecked me.
So when did you guys have the talk? I guess after that, they had to break it down for you, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, and just very, I mean, short, plain, and simple. It's like, this is what was going on. This is what's happening. This is why you're with us, and try to make it very clean. clean cut as much as possible. But, being a child, brother, it started all those parts where it's like, okay, I'm rebellious now. And it's like, dude, it's like, I wasn't grateful. I was more of like, wow, why am I living with a totally different family? Why couldn't you? I'm the middle child.
Right.
And I was like, dude, you had more kids after me. What's up with that? And it killed me for a long time. And I mean, I'm young at that moment, but it stuck with me. It was, weighed on me every single time when it was like, okay, man, I got to figure out who's my real family, what's going on. And I spent some time with them after, later on, 15, 16 years old, I went to go live with my family for like 3 months, 4 months, and got to enjoy, being around them. And, when you link with somebody that's your blood like that, it's synchronicity, like the thoughts. Like I'm looking at my brother and I know what he's thinking. I mean, he don't have to say one word. I just know. And that I was like, man, this is my family. This is where it's at. But, just like in life, everybody's going through struggles, and I get it why, my mom was having those hard times at certain points. And I just realized, like, hey, I just got to be grateful. And this is like 17, just getting out of high school. I was like, I just got to be grateful for what I have in life. I got to stop thinking about it where I was cut short on having a relationship with certain people, and more of now I have 2 moms, 2 dads, 2 families that love me unconditionally, and they just want the best for me. And I made a shift. I went back to my aunt and my uncle, and was really like just grateful for them, taking care of me for their whole entire. They didn't have to. They could have easily just been like, you know what, this is too crazy, too chaotic. You're going down criminal pathways. If you get arrested every other month or something's going on, you know what I mean? And as kids, we run amok. So that's where it was at. And it was like, okay, well, I got to make the shift of how my mind works, what I'm thinking of. Why am I putting myself in such a negative space every single time that I'm doing something? And be able to work through it.
If a matchup between you and your brother, who will win?
I love
That's
you.
a big fight.
I love you, bro, but it's me all day. I love you to death, Kelly, but it's me all day. And we know this. Maybe MMA match because he's he's more flexible. He can move around. He's lighter. I don't know if weight factor would matter at that point in time, but I mean, if it was MMA, he'd probably catch me all day. Because he's fast, he's quick.
You guys aren't in the same weight class, are you?
No, he's 185. He's a middleweight.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. He's a little bit longer and linkier.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But power and slap, I've got the weight.
Yeah.
It's going to be me for sure.
What's your dream matchup? If you can power slap anybody in the world.
Right now, I have a lot of beef with Wes Mena. And it's not that it's my dream matchup. It's something that needs to be done. It needs to be had. Like it's a real rivalry. In this sport, you're not gonna find stuff like this. People are very, very calm, cool, collected. I'm your friend, buddy. Let's hug, let's kiss after this, whatever it may be, right? Mm-hmm. But and I'm like that too. I mean, you've seen it, right? It's like being the person on the stage and then you talking to me. It's like 2 different people, right? But when you got real beef with somebody, I can't let that go. That stuff is stuck. It's eating me alive. And then
did he say something or do something? What did he do?
Oh, it's just more of we had. So obviously when getting into the sport, I had bigger plans like we talked about earlier, right? You got to be able to grow within this thing, and you got to be consistent with whatever you're doing. And I wanted to create a program for power slap strikers that were just getting into the game. Not just to help them with their technique, their style, and everything else, but also help them with their life.
Right.
Credit repair, figuring out how to open up an LLC, start your own business, become your own brand. That was the big push. And, you share ideas with people, and people don't see the way that you see it and don't see the visions you see. So they have kickback on a lot of the things. And, some people just don't want you to share these techniques. I don't care who I give it to. I tell anybody, because at the end of the day, I know what it takes to be the beast, and that's the deciding factor, is that I'm a beast. It's like I can teach you every single thing that I know. But if you're going to come and face me at the end of the day, trust and believe, bro. I'm there to take your head off your shoulders. There's nothing else there. You can practice, and you can have all the technique you want. But as soon as I go out there and I'm ready to kill you, I'm ready to kill you, bro.
Has your next matchup been scheduled yet? or
No. And I was supposed to be on this card for October 3rd. And then, Erica put out the feelers out there of like, hey, you know what? It'd be awesome if you had your passport. You can go and do the international stuff, do Abu Dhabi, do Saudi Arabia. So, we're in the process of getting the passport locked in so that way it can be quick, fast, and easy. But I like having matches here in Vegas. And, I heard through the grapevine that there might be something happening later on in the year, right before everything ends. So I want to see if that's a potential matchup. And there's a lot of weed and seed that has to happen. You've got Nate Bernard versus Aaron Turner on this one. You've got, Zakir versus Dorian Perez. Like those matches, in a way they need to happen so that way we can kind of see who lines up with the next. So
come on, Wes.
I'm open. Oh, dude.
Come on, Wes.
Every call, every text, you have no idea, bro. Stop running, stop running. Don't take all these other matchups, bro. Why? Like, this is what it is. And,
he lost recently, so I don't know if he wants to go against you.
It was before the loss. It was before the loss, bro. His end is coming, man. And that's just reality. It's like I told him, I don't want to say I'm a master manifester, but when I put stuff out there, dude, and I put all the hard work behind it, that's what it is. It comes to be true. That. You got to put the hard work behind your manifestations. You can't just say stuff and think that it's just going to fall in your lap. Some things do, some things don't. But if you put the hard work behind it, and I've been pushing since that time when he was like, Pono's giving out secret sauce. I don't like this, da-da-da-da-da. It doesn't matter what secret sauce I give out to anybody. I'm helping people.
Right.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you to tell me how to help people and how to be inspirational for people, bro? I'm out here trying to change the game. And if you're gonna be simple-minded, you want to sit in your box, you want to hold all the cards. That's good and gravy. But at the end of the day, dude, I know what it takes. It takes the beast, bro. You can have all these other things and factors play. But at the end of the day, bro, you're a dog. You gotta have the dog in you. You ain't got the dog in you, bro. You're gonna end up down on the floor, looking at me from the ground.
Okay, well, that's great.
Hey, no, yeah. Man, thanks for coming down, man.
Man.
We really appreciate it.
And thank you for the explanation. Now I see the game more in I didn't know about the 4 types of slaps, the technique. So we appreciate you sharing that with us.
Of course, yeah. Any kind of knowledge I can spit out there, and then people look back at this and then like, oh wow, okay, these are all these little the nuggets.
Right.
Dropping nuggets for people to just like, hey man, and you can lead the horse to water, but you cannot make them drink.
And
give you all the nuggets, but you gotta apply it.
I have an idea, and I don't know what you think about this. You know how, NBA All-Star Game, football All-Star Game, they have like celebrity matches or stuff like that. Do you think Power Slap can implement that where they, influence? Because I don't want to go against a professional power slapper, but like an influencer, I can go against an influencer.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, you already see with Aiden Ross and his brand risk and everything else. I mean, he's got celebrities going on there. He's got influencers going out there. Sooner or later, it's going to start to happen because then but. I just don't see the reward when it's a defenseless sport. You have to put your hands behind your back. You can't defend yourself. I don't see the reward for anybody at that point. With the celebrities and the influencers, they're not gonna. I mean, even a lot of the UFC fighters, and no disrespect to any UFC fighter out there. I mean, you guys put those people put out more effort in the gym, more effort in training, more effort. I mean, multiple disciplines. This is just a slap. It's as simple as that. But these guys go out there and master multiple disciplines: jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, Muay Thai. Like, I mean, you're a skilled person. But if you ask any UFC fighter if they're going to try to go out there and take a slap, first answer is no. One either because of the money, and 2 because they're defenseless. They don't want to stand out there and give somebody their chin and take the slap. This sport exposes people.
Absolutely.
Exposes people. You could say you have a chin all day, and as soon as somebody taps that button, wow, I didn't know that I could get put out by a slap. Like, what was that? So, but proper, like I said, proper preparation prevents poor performance. If you're properly preparing for what you're going out there for and what you're about to do, I mean, you can't leave it to all the excuses later on down the line. It's, hey, I was properly prepared. I went out there. Even if I take a hit on the button and I go to sleep, at least I know that I was actually really prepared for it, and not just, side mouthing the stuff the whole entire time and say, oh, I got the chin on this, I got this, I got that. Nah, man, it's like you got to prepare yourself. Stay ready so that way you don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I'm down 162 pounds in 6 months, and it feels great. Looking at myself in the mirror is a trip. I marvel at myself now because I'm like, man, I've done this in 6 months. 6 months is not that long ago.
I started this program back on July 1st at 288.5 pounds. Today I weighed in at 184. When I first got here, I was sad and depressed and stressed out. Over time, I regained my self-esteem, my willpower, my determination, and those things have helped me to grow and become happier with myself and in life.
Use code TFU10 for a discount on the full body cleanse.